Hello, here's GBF Ackerwaldmeister with a Let's Play of Excelsior Phase 1 Lysandia. And when we last left off, we were about to get the second part of the password. We need to get into the dungeon of Ironthread, yes. And for that, we need to go to Castle Griswold. Yes, let's go. Let's go to the Castle of Griswold, through the countryside of Lysandia. Running. Past all the enemies, because they are annoying me, and I don't have time to talk to all of them. And by talking, I mean killing. Except for the militiamen. And I said this so often, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. And we will take one of our ships here to get to Griswold, because why not? So we can circumvent the mountains. Here's the Monster Island, which will play a crucial part in the quest we have to do for the King of Griswold Castle. Get with 5 gold pieces, will we? Yes, and a cutthroat. Well, Mr. Cutthroat, you don't have throwing knives, do you? No, you don't. And now you're dead. And a lot of enemies, ogres, militiamen, and of course, kobold. And an ogre, I think it was. Oh, sea creatures. And we can't hit him from this angle. And get his goat and leave him his little bow. May he be remembered as Madman the Bowman. And 2 ghouls and some other enemies spawn randomly. Let's get it. Get the gold. And there we have Owenfield. And if we manage to get into Griswold, that would be great. To the door. Yes, and let's talk to the king here and see what quest he has in store for us. If his gods let us pass. The noble speaks freely to you. So you seek the password to enter Ironthread. Ha! Never will I impart such knowledge to you. Oh, thank you, asshole. Sir Rodagarn takes a furtive glance around. Then quietly he continues. There is a man nearby. He is Peffley, a minion of King Valkery sent here to keep a watchful eye on me, so I must be careful of what I say. This was ordered just recently, and I know not why the king is suddenly so suspicious of all I do, because he is possessed by a demon. I have always been universally praised by the people. In fact, years ago the king did entrust part of the password you speak of to me. Valkyrie has done little of late to garner our trust, though. I will tell you my part of the password, but first perhaps you can do me a favor. King Valkery, in an attempt to limit my powers, has confiscated a magical listening apparatus which allows us to understand monster speak. This object is the miracle ear, and Peffley guards it carefully. It is vital to the trade and commerce between us and Grethel, the island full of monsters, and Monster Town. But Peffley will not relinquish it to me. Perhaps you can be more persuasive to him and take back what rightfully belongs to me. I fear Peffley may have heard some of what I said. Rodagarn's demeanor changes. Begone, you pitiful little swine! Under no circumstances will I allow you, my royal medic, to cure your dying mother of her ailments. Rodagarn says with a discreet wink. You walk away. Yes, and Peffley is actually this guy right next to him, and he may have overheard everything. So we talk to him, why not? And maybe he will give us the miracle ear when the quest is over. Peffley squints. I have the miracle ear you speak of, but I will certainly not relinquish it, for you remind me of an altogether seedy character known as Nelver, who lives in Burinthia. Yes, and that is the only hint we get, so up to Berinthia and talk with Nelver, who apparently has some history with the Peffley character. And let me see where we can get fastest to Berinthia. Yes, we could sail around. We could also walk as well. And we will walk, because we have to go... We could drop Mortimer's skull there at Griswold, because eventually we'll have to go there again and... Oh, wait a second. Maybe it would be... No, okay. Yeah, let's drop Mortimer's skull right here. In front of Castle Griswold. And then continue with our ship. Or if we teleport back, no, that wouldn't be wise. Autosave. Because we will need the ship to get back to, or to get to another place after that, which is far more in the sea, and if we don't want to drown. Or we could airwalk there, yes. Maybe I should do that. But first we need to go to Berinthia, which is just to the east, southeast, and we need to be careful not to poison ourselves. And not get attacked by millions of enemies spawning randomly all around us. And there it is, there is Berinthia. Let's kill the enemies here. And enter Berinthia. Greetings from the Berinthian citizenry. Let's go find the Nelver character. He may be in here, in the hostel. The fellow's inn. Is here a stranger named Strider? No, just a mystic beauty man and someone in here. My studies have led me to believe that somewhere there is a magic fire, which serves as a gate to the Netherworld. I've yet to determine where it lies, although I'm working on it, says a petite scholar. Yes, and we found the entrance of the fire world already, so it's nothing new for us. It's a bard, that's someone who tells us of Varble, and there's some food. 27 and 9 pieces of food. Yes, we will take the food. We lost a lot of food to Lady Jasmine, whom we had to kill, but not for that reason. Mr. 3 crowns up, we will not play with you. Perhaps at the end of the game, I don't know yet. So we try to take as much food as we can. Assassins... Nelver, there he is. Nelver greets you. So you want to know more about Peffley, eh? I never met the fellow myself, but Nan in Randaway was good friends with him, until he was hired by the king. Perhaps you should speak to him. Yes, so we have to go all the way to Randaway, and that could actually mean that we need to buy another ship, which is close nearby, because Faraway is rather close. Of course, this time we don't have a horse which we have to leave behind, which is nice for a change. But of course we will get attacked by enemies very easily now. But oh, I thought with a bridge we could leave them behind, but we can't, and there are a lot of enemies now. And an archer on the other side of a bridge, of course. What else? Die, archer man. Give us your gold. And you can all die for all I care. Enemies. Yes. 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 And yes. And we have to heal ourselves. Unless we want to die. Which we don't. Let's get a ship and sail again to Randaway to meet this fellow named Nan. Yes. And get to know more about our Peffley character. Our 3 horses are there. And leaving. We are leaving. Shoot them. And shoot them. Shoot specters. Heal ourselves. Go south. See a gorn at the coast. See a crazy duck. Shoot crazy duck. Go east. Realize you are... Are we wrong here or right? I think we are right, yes. Yes. And there's ran away. Mr. Nan, where are you? Are you here? Are you this guy? No, it's a pirate. Are you this guy? No, it's obey the law, man. And who might you be? No. And you, a hunter? At one time I had the privilege of using a rare dual-shot crossbow. It was indeed an engineering masterpiece. Yes, we found it and brought it back to Mr. Whitlaw. No, I don't want to play a game now. Where are you? You have to be a character. There's a duck, but it's not crazy. There are the weather control guys. Maybe he's in here. Are you it? No, it's a drunkard. Drunkard. So, are you in here? Yes, there is Nen. Nen says, so you want to know about Peffley, do you? We were once good friends, but lately we have gone by different paths. Peffley was always a spineless coward, who wasn't good at anything. Through a series of deceptions, he managed to secure a post as a spy for King Valkery. I don't know why Valkery hired him, unless of course he managed to keep his cowardice a secret. This is pretty interesting. Have you seen that coward Peffley lately? If you do, pass along this message. I may not have a job, but I do have my honor, says Ned. Well, seemed to fare quite well here and ran away, so I believe you. And interestingly, Mr. Peffley is a coward. We aren't, since we're a giant warrior who kills ducks by the hundreds and gets a lot of gold for this, apparently. And maybe we can sail past this... Yes, we can sail past this sea snake and all around the continent. We could teleport back to Griswold now, but I think we have to do it again anyway, so yeah. Let's do it then. Not now. And I hate archers, so we will shoot them. Shoot the archer. Shoot the archer. Thank you. And you can also shoot all the other guys. Yes. And go up, and Castle Griswold should be about here, yes. Okay, can leave one ship behind. So we have 2 ships here already. A lot of ships of us are just lying at the coasts and are not being stolen, interestingly enough. There's Mortimer's skull. Hello, Mortimer. He reminds me of Murray from the Monkey Island games. Like a talking skull. And why don't we just... We as a giant warrior, which we are, if you remember our race and profession, should be able to intimidate him. You tell Peffley of Nen's story and his eyes widen in horror. It is true, I am but a coward. Please don't tell King Valkery, for I am in line for a promotion. What can I offer you to ensure your silence? Peffley is almost in tears as you ask him for the miracle ear. Fine, here it is. But don't tell anyone how you came about it, and most of all, do not tell a soul of what you know about me. You break off a conversation, but Peffley continues to mumble to himself. Now, I'll tell the king I was attacked by a flock of dragons who demanded the miracle ear. Yeah, that could work. You haven't told anyone, have you? Asks a jittery Peffley. And now, we do possess the quest item, the Miracle Ear, which just looks like a normal human ear or dwarven ear. It's not an elvish ear. It misses the pointy end. And we could give it back to the king now and get the second part of the password. No, we can't, because we first have to talk to the monsters on Monster Island to get the merchandise going again. You present the Miracle Ear to Sir Rodagarn. You have done well, but matters have grown worse. Because of your inability to communicate, trade with the island, with our inability to communicate, trade with the island city of Greffel has ceased. And as a result, our people are suffering and the coffers are empty. Certainly this is what King Valkery had wanted, but I must still answer to the people under my jurisdiction and thus dispute Valkery's authority. Peffley will certainly report it if I go directly, so I ask you to act as my agent and re-establish trade with the people of Greffel. Major McMemble, a hobgoblin, is the person to speak to. See me after seeking the mayor and I will tell you what I know of Ironthread's password. Yeah, see Major McMemble in Greffel to re-establish our trade links with that city, is all that Rodagarn says. Yeah, and so we have to go to Greffel again and talk with monsters now, which we can, thanks to Miracle Ear. Miracle Ear. Whoa, running away and taking our ship to sail away. Try not to hit the continent, but the island. Leaving. There's some monsters. A ghoul. Interestingly, he's aggressive, he doesn't want to talk to us. And now we can talk to everybody here. Fixer, it is you! Why disturb me, I ask you? It is the witch. I am old and weak. Speak to Kareth if you have not done so yet. We have. And what do you have to say, Mr. Man? I am Hormst, says the golem. It would be wise for you to bring a clock with you into Ironthread. Of course, it would be wise for you to avoid entering Ironthread altogether. Yeah, thank you, Hormst. Thank you, Hormst. Yes, and a clock. This is actually something important, which I, at one point in my Let's Play, have already done, is buy a clock. You can buy the clock in Rendaway on Moondrop Island, which we have visited in this video again, as you remember, with Nen. And the shop is located in the southeast of the town, and you can buy two items there, a blue clock and a yellow clock, but you actually need the yellow clock. So if you have not yet bought it, you should buy it before entering Ironthread. Is just what the monster just told you. I bought it beforehand because before I would forget it, I have already bought it, so I cannot forget it. Same with the shovel. I don't think we need the shovel anymore, but I just keep it inside because a shovel is always handy. And this is now Trisk's Glovery, yes. So get a yellow clock. Welcome to Greffel, says the ogre. Be sure to visit the blacksmith while you're here. Yeah, the shopkeepers can talk to us, with or without the Miracle Ear. You tell Major McMumble your message of renewed trade with Sir Rodagarn. The Major gladly embraces the offer. To celebrate, he offers you delicacies which to anyone other than a hobgoblin appear utterly revolting. Monsters are a rather civilized folk, despite our rank odor, says McMemble. Enjoy your stay and obey the law. Yes. McMemble, how are you enjoying your stay now that you can understand us? Asks McMemble. I can do so quite fine. Hey, ogre. Talk to ogres. I used to kill creatures, such as yourself, says the ogre with a smile. Interestingly, did you kill giants. Mail and plate. Mail and plate. Hello, says the Gnoll. Fear us not, we monsters are civilized. Yeah, you? But what about all the others? They don't appear that civilized. Good night. The plump innkeeper smiles. Welcome, weary traveler. I can provide you with a bed and a meal. But we just want to talk to all the monsters here. Because there is actually something very essential you have to do in this town before leaving and giving the miracle ear back to the King Rodagarn. And this is not something that the game tells you, but apparently it hopes that once you get the miracle ear and you finally can talk to all the monsters, you will do so. And talk with every monster in this town. And this one actually just tells us that he wants to play a game of 3 crowns. They're everywhere these days, apparently. And the troll seems content to slobber all over himself and does not respond to you. Trolls never change, or always change. You're always different in any kind of RPG universe. Yeah, but they always seem to be ugly. I hope you enjoy your stay in Greffel, for we creatures have an undeserved reputation for brutality. Yeah, totally undeserved. Totally. And who are you, a lich? Yes, you are lucky. A city ordinance prevents me from sucking the life force from your body. Yeah, you are not brutal at all, Mr. Monster Town people. Man. Great sentence there. Okay, there is a special axe which can cut into the thick bark of a baobab tree, says the gremlin in a barely discernible voice. Well, that is some interesting information, but at this point in the game we already knew this. From way back then we had to get the 3 amulets. The amulets of blue, green and red. But thank you again for a reminder. Why not? Every man's eatery. And here is the Gorn who will give us the vital clue to finish the game. And his name is Bleh. My name is Bleh, says the Gorn. I know of a tricky puzzle found in Ironthread, which I believe requires a code word. I once inhabited the dank catacombs of a keep and came across a cunning adventurer who took an instant disliking to me. Can't imagine why. I really can't. Gorns appear to have 4 arms. He drew his sword and attacked me. I got the better of him, however. As he lay dying, he muttered the word rosebud. Kavengibber. The word means nothing to me, but it matters a lot to us. So write that down. Kavengibber is a password, or something that will get us to the password we need at one point in the dungeon in Ironthread. And who are you? You short, the giant observes. Well, I am a giant. Why I am still short? Am I a short giant and you are a big giant? I am my sprite is a little bit shorter than yours, yes. But I'm not short. I'm a big giant. Welcome, welcome. Bye, bye, bye. So I guess we talked to every monster in this town. Yes. There's no hostility here. No, nowhere to be found. There's a witch, and we do now have all the information we need. So we can finally go and give the miracle eye to King Rodagarn to get his part of the password for the entrance of Ironthread. And the Kevin-Gabriel password is actually for something which has to do with the clock, which that information you will get at this point in the game as well. In Greffel you will get, with a miracle ear, 2 vital clues for Ironthread, but after you have given the miracle ear away, you can't talk again with the monsters. So you have to do this while you still have a miracle ear. And let's kill this archer, because I don't like them at all. And why don't I teleport there? I have the teleport spell, so it was kinda, yeah, senseless in that regard. So, because after this we don't actually need to go to Castle Griswold, so let's just take the head Mortimer skull back, and now we can finally give Miracle Ear back to King Valkery. Let me see. Yes, it seems like that. Yes, okay, we can. You tell Sir Rodagarn of your encounter with MacMemble. Splendid! Perhaps life amongst the people will return to normal, at least to a certain degree. You have done well, and now I must ask for the Miracle Ear. You give the noble the object. Do not worry, I have not forgotten the password. Rodagarn draws you closer and whispers, "My half is IGBL, or IGBL. Thank you once again. Your service has been duly noted," says Sir Rodagarn. So, I hope you have written that down. The password from the Castle Infinitum and from Castle Griswold now. It's 2 times 4 letter words, or yeah, it's not really words. So it's IGBLR, and Infinitum was IBBR. Okay, yeah. And they together form the password in whichever order to get into the dungeon of Ironthread. So, we now have everything we need, like the fine key and the clock, but also the passwords. They are not written down, by the way. You have to write them down yourselves. Let's kill this duck at the beach. To go to Ironthread now. And Ironthread itself is located right between... Autosave? No, between South and North Blacksall. And you don't need to remember which town is north and which town is south. It's always the other way around, because it's just in between them. So, and we can safely, or rather safely, get there by ship. Sailing around the continent, going northeast, going past Rodagarn in the south, and there's the, as you recall, the island with Warbel's Almanac, which we don't need now anymore, because we have answered the riddle, and the last duck tries to stop us, but fails. Yes, and this is now the password we have to enter. Yes, and we will enter IGBL and IBBR. You are correct, enter. And now we can actually enter the last dungeon in the game, which will not mean that the game will end there. Entering Ironthread. But it just means that we will be fighting the last dungeon of the game. So, this was GBF Acker Waldmeister with a let's play of Excelsior Phase 1 Lysandia. And in the next video we will enter Ironthread and hopefully beat it, and after that we will actually beat the game, I think. So until then, I'm signing off. Bye.